Hello from downtown Bangor, everybody, where there is one intense thunder cell moving overhead. I want to show you the water that is now pouring down State Street. Turn this way, and you can see the water that's gushing down. Let me flip the camera if I can to show you the other way. Yeah, this is State Street in downtown Bangor. And it's all eventually washing this way. Wow, really coming up on the side. Hey Lawrence. Hey Brittany. You can see the way the water is riding up, coming up almost to, well, at least lower tire level on these cars. Some of that have pulled over to the side of the street because they don't want to drive in this. We've heard some massive claps of thunder with some brilliant flashes of lightning in the sky. I'm gonna walk up to the edge of the street where you can see where the water is now pooling at the corner of State and Exchange in Harlow. I think the only way really to describe this downpour is torrential. Look at these cars. Oh, I just saw the flash. Listen for the thunder. I don't want to get too close to how wet this is. They've been doing some work. He's got some high-grade beverage. He's going to go through no matter what. I don't know if that orange cone is going to make it back. That man was very happy that he's got his Jeep. It actually seems to be letting up a little bit now. This water is going to go somewhere. And if it's going to go somewhere, it's probably going to go right into the Canduskay. There's a great view coming down State Street. Listen, the rain has actually let up. Let me hush just for a second so you can hear what is the sound of the water rushing down State Street. If you look closely, you can see the small rocks that are being propelled by this torrential flood of water coming down. Look at the license plate of that car that just splashed me. You can see how high the water is getting up on that vehicle parked off to the side of the street right there. Another flash, listen for the thunder. That was pretty close by. Hi, Jen. A moment of silence for this cone. I seem to have gotten myself into a bit of a predicament here. In order for me to cross back to the office, hey Josh, I gotta somehow make it across the river. Well done, sir. Well done. I'm gonna try his method, I think. Hi, Bill. can see some of the vehicles that are, look, now that the water is receding, you can see the incredible amount of debris that is now washed all the way down from the construction site was. And, you know, I hadn't noticed it before. Another flash, listen for the thunder. Take you up closer to the construction site here on State Street, where you can see where they've left the heavy equipment parked. And now the water has made a bit of a mess. You can see where the vehicles are now tilted off to one side. Looks like some piece of equipment is now leaning on others. Hey, Regina. Looks like actually the rain is starting to pick up in intensity again. I have no idea what he's saying. I think he's liking it. Look where you can see the vehicles that are riding up and over the stones that have now washed all the way down State Street. So even while I'm transmitting on my phone and it's trying to make it through the internet to you, now I'm noticing that the lights are now out. The lights are now out at Yankee Cobbler, Private Bluff. These guys are having a good time with the big rigs with the big tires going around. We are now going to call this officially the Mud Run. This is awesome. Friends from Bangor Savings Bank taking time to look out. Seeing the mess? Oh, look at that. Listen for this.
Thanks for the update, Rick.
Just saw a massive lightning strike over there. Incredible amount of standing water. Was that your stomach, I heard?
I already ate.
Now that it's let up enough, I think we can take a look at those lots. Now washed down State Street. By this water. Even though it's let up a bit out of the sky, you can see clearing that's off to the west. There's Bangor Savings Bank in their former location. Well, some are still there, but they're moving to their new location. There's Hannibal Hamlin, weathering the storm. Still have a massive amount of water. Oh, and the Canuscate Stream. Yeah, many of the buildings, their pumping systems are now kicked in. Hello, Maureen. There's a guy who's got some work ahead of him today. This is the curb just before the crosswalk here in downtown. Oh, really feels like the worst of it is now moved off. And Kristen, you're right. Crazy thunder, crazy lightning. Hello, Maureen. Now the people are starting to take it a little more cautiously as they come up State Street, where all the water has come down and washed back a massive amount of stone and debris. It's the lower parking garage.
Tut, tut, looks like rain.
But looks like rain, Winnie. And quite a bit of ponding of water here in front of the upper parking lot. I see some locations with power now restored. They were out in Glenburn for a time, I know from the kids, and they're back on now. Shelley Sullivan is down at the Samoset in Rockport, where she says the sun is shining. I don't know if the storm cell that, or the sweep of storms that we've experienced might be headed all the way down to Waldo and Knox County. Still, it sure was interesting. Yeah, Lawrence points out that at least the tide isn't all the way up. That's true. You know, a little bit more water, and I think there could have been some trouble for some of these vehicles that are parked here. Hello, Karen. Good to see you. Hope everything is dry over on the other side of the Penobscot in Brewer. See some of the water that is still gushing and making its way down. I think at one point in time there was a drain here. And you can see in the wheel wells of these vehicles, again parked on the west side of State Street, how all the debris has come down and caught in the caps. Again, if I step back up this way, we can take another look off to the west. We can get an idea as to whether indeed the worst of it is over. Yep, blue sky out to the west. And sweeping back this way and looking down the Kenduskeag, this flows pretty much northwest to southeast, I think. Call it north to south. So off to the south you can see where the skies are so considerably darker. And now that some of the water subsided, we can get a good look at all of the rocks and stone and the really massive amount of debris. Right! Right, Pup? Yes. You ever seen anything like that before? No. Not the most sane choice of footwear.
Yeah, but it did allow her to ford that water pretty easily.
Yeah, look at that. So again, for those of you that are just joining, hey Matt Medor, how you doing, buddy? Hi Amanda inside. None of this debris, none of these rocks, none of these stones, none of these were here before this massive storm swept over us about 20, 25 minutes ago maybe. Public Works now on the scene up where we saw, well, more than just considerable flooding and kind of a torrent of water that came down. And again, you can see up ahead where they've been doing construction work on the west side of State Street as it comes down from Broadway. And Mark points out that that should only put the construction project back another, what is it, 3 years? I think so. Jenny Lloyd of EMHS Philanthropy and the Champion of Cure Challenge, hello to you. We're showing everyone the debris that is washed up along State Street in Bangor as the torrential rains came down. And still, I don't know if you can hear it, some of the thunder that still rumbles overhead. And you can see the power's back on across the street at Flush. Power's back on across the street at Bangor Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Yankee Cobbler's back in business. I got a pair of patent leather shoes over there that I got to go pick up eventually. So while we won't need the plow trucks again for a couple of months for snow, they're going to have to do something to clear this away. Maybe we might have to get some of our cars moved out of here. That's one tough mutta, Jenny writes. All right, hey, it's been a pleasure being out here pretending I'm Jim Cantori of the Weather Channel. Thanks all of you for tuning in. I'm going to go back inside, going to get some work done. Thanks again for watching. Bye.